adult entertainment is entertainment. We are all in the same industry, whether you're doing it for yourself, by yourself, or whether you're with a company. And what I really want people to understand is that taking that step from being a person who is showing themselves online and just getting started to actually making it a career. And the reason why is you've been very successful at it. You've been very successful at it. I see the cars, I see the watch piece, the timepieces. I see, there's a lot of jewelry. There's, and my thing is, but what I notice about you is there's a humility there. Like when you are showing things off or you're showing like this, you are actually very happy to get it because you're like, oh my God, I can afford this. Yeah. I can afford it. Hard. Like I see it. You're like, oh my God, like look, I'm able to do this. I've seen people pull up to your Mercedes or your BMW and give you shit and you out the window like, bitch, this is my car. Like, why you mad? Like I've seen that.
Yeah.
So if you could give advice to a young up and coming who wants to be an adult film star, what would that piece of advice look like? What would that be? What would the lesson be?
That advice would be to never fill out a contract. Always sign your disclosures that you received your money, but you do not sign a contract unless you are fully aware of everything front and back, page to page, and you know it like the Bible. It's very, very tricky. Once you enter a contract, it's over for you. You will not be able to have your own brand. You will not be able to push for your own brand. You have to push for someone else's brand. I think when you're pushing for someone else's brand and you're going hard for them, they don't recognize it as much because they're already an established company and you're trying to get to establishment. And while trying to get to establishment, you have to establish your life, your career, not sign it away on a piece of paper. So I feel like take a step back, work with the companies, explore your options, explore your horizon, expand your horizon. That's what we're here for. We're here to explore, test drive. Everything was not meant to just purchase. You have to literally go check it out. You got to see if you like it. You got to see what works for you. Being a young entertainment in these days, there's going to be a lot of competition there. So you got to think like, what is it that everyone wants to see? But what is it that's going to set me aside also? What is it that is not going to have my videos just a one-hit wonder, but something that people are going to look at for years to come? I mean, I've been doing this since 2018. Some of my biggest and hottest videos were in 2018, just starting, not even knowing what you're doing. So sometimes, getting out of your comfort zone and out of your element is the best thing for a young adult creator. And just never give up, like manifestation is key. You have to always want just as bad as, your strive. You have to work as hard as you want it. So it's not just a mind thing, but it's a physical thing too. And I think when you can master the physical parts and the mental aspects of everything and balance it out as one, you will be so successful. You'll see so much growth and potential in your career. And I literally think, everybody has different fantasies. So just stick with, what you're hearing. Stick with what you know. Because I see a lot of people getting, clustered and trying to copy this or copy what they see. Stay authentic, remain you, remain lovable. Everybody, as long as you're truthful to yourself, they'll follow along with you. They'll come. They'll always be there.
You're trying to make me cry, Trav.
Yeah.
Because the same advice you just gave is the advice I didn't get.
Yeah.
I didn't
either.
I didn't get that. And it took a lot of guts. Even in my career, I had an A&R. I was going to sign with a record label. I even did American Idol, Trav. And for some reason, I just have always had a problem with someone owning me. And I walked away from American Idol. And the thing about it was that it was the same year Fantasia would have won, which is ironic because Fantasia and I have similar voices when it goes to range, like when it comes to range. And she was destined to be the winner. But like, it was so crazy when I went to the audition. It was a preliminary audition. See, that's another thing. You said that.
She's my friend.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
She lives down the street.
Yeah, see, okay, good.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny that I brought that up. But
Right.
she was made to do that, and she's had such success with it. But when I went and saw preliminary judges, not Randy, Paula, and Simon, the judge said to me, I'm not going to let you go through. And I'm like, why? Because I sang down.
Yeah.
And he said, because you didn't look me in my eyes when you were singing to me. Yeah, and I'll never forget that. And the thing was, he dismissed me. I walked away, but I wasn't ready, Trap. Those people that were there to take and go, like, we were in New York. They had their suitcases ready to be flown out to LA immediately. I was just coming up from Philly with my friends. I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, maybe they're going to handle us. Maybe they're going to give us guidance. It wasn't like that. And then years later, I went to get a modeling contract and in the States before I went to Paris and was able to secure one there. But literally, the booker that was booking me said, we're not going to sign you. And I was in poverty at that time. I had come home, mental illness had taken its toll on me from college. And I was like, I need to do something. And I always said at the end of the day, like, it always took me till like the point of death to say, okay, I'll use my talent. Like it always, no, I'm smart. I want to be smart. I don't want to be known for that. I want to be smart. And it's like, bitch, you have this, use this. But it took me so much to use that talent only